Alright, so we're going to start off by learning the Círculo de Do, Si. And so I think for right now, I'm not too worried about you learning all the note names and whatnot. So if I'll say the note names, and hopefully through practice you'll remember them. There are 7 of them: Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, and Si. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Si. Yep. And so, and in English, it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And it repeats, right? But anywho, so we're going to do the Círculo de Do, of Si. Each one has its own circle that consists of 3 other of those 7 notes. And so, not to get too much into it, don't get too confused, but a círculo is just 4 chords. And so each one has a círculo. So Do has its círculo, Re has a círculo, Mi has a círculo, etc. But we're just going to start with Do for now. We will eventually maybe get through all of them. But there's a pattern to all of them. And so the idea is not that you necessarily, yes, memorize all of them, but that you get to see the pattern, which is the most important. And once you get the pattern down, as you grow older and practice if you wish to, you will really start to see that, oh, you can play with things, you can move things around. But these are really common in so many songs, especially in boleros, but even in more contemporary music. So anywho, let's get started. Let's see, man, plugged up here. Alright, so we'll go ahead and so this is what it sounds like, just so that you can get a ear for it. On the right hand, I'm not too concerned how I use a pick, as you may already know, a thumb pick. You can also just use a regular pick here, something like this. It doesn't really matter, at least not for now. Right hand technique stuff I feel comes on more later. It's like a pick like this, you can just hold it. And we'll go over some of the right hand stuff later in the video. But for now, let's go over the chords. So the 4 chords are going to be, first one being Do. Okay. So these are my fingers. Finger 1, 2, 3, and my 4th finger. Right? Pinky, ring, middle, and index. So with your ring finger, you're going to start on the 5th string. The 5th string. So we count it from top in terms of pitch, height. Right, so top to bottom. Okay, so number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so on the 5th string, 3rd fret, the frets are these spaces. You're gonna put your ring finger. 5th string, 3rd fret, ring finger. Okay, it's always important that you curl your finger and you play with the tip of your finger as much as you can, so you're not blocking the other strings. If you're blocking other strings with this hand, it's not gonna make the sound you want it to, okay? You're just gonna press fairly okay. You don't have to muscle it. And you're gonna use your thumb here in the back to help you push, okay? Almost like if you're holding something, right? Now with your middle finger, you're gonna go to the 4th string, 2nd fret. Once again, curling it over, making sure it's only touching that one string. So now we just play those 2 strings. That's what you should be hearing. Okay. And then you're gonna skip the 3rd string. So nothing's gonna be played in the 3rd string, but you wanna make sure you can hear the 3rd string. So, right, I'm not playing anything on the 3rd string, it's open. Okay. and then on the second string, you're gonna play the first fret with your first index finger, also curling it so you're not touching any other string. It's that note now. And then you can play all of them, always making sure that you can hear every string. Okay. When you pluck this one, you want to start on the 5th string. You don't want to pluck the 6th. Not the biggest deal if you do, but just try not to. Right, so you're hearing every string ring. If you're hearing something like this, it's because you're blocking the strings with the, like, a finger's probably like you're playing it too flat. You want to make sure it's curled and you're playing it on the very tip of your finger. Okay. First chord. Next chord. I'm gonna try to go as fast as possible, so you can always pause this video. Is A minor. So from the C, I always say this is a good cheat code. So from C to A minor, the only finger you have to move from here is this ring finger. All these fingers stay exactly where they are. You don't change it at all. All you're gonna do is remove it from this fret. Now you're gonna put it in the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. You're still gonna play the 5th string, even though it's open. It's part of the chord. So go from here to here. You're only moving that one finger. Good exercise as you're learning is to transition between each chord, because that's gonna be the hardest part when you're first learning. And once you get that down, it'll be easier, okay? So that's A minor. We're gonna move on to the next chord, which is gonna be D minor. So in this one, all your fingers are going to be moving. However, to make it easy, each finger is going to move down a string, or up a string, I should say. So it's gonna go from here to here. This one just scoots, your ring finger is just gonna scoot 1 fret. Okay, so from A minor to D minor, all go up a string, this one scoots up a fret. Okay. On the right hand for this one, you want to try to start on the 4th string, which is open. You're not playing anything. Okay. If you play the 5th on accident, it's okay. You really don't want to, you want to try to not hit the top string, because that sounds a little ugly. You want to just keep it to the top. Okay. But worry more about your left hand, because that's going to be what's probably bugging you more. Okay, so we have 3 now. You can make up exercises as you go, you know. You know, like play between them. You know, like even if it like doesn't sound like, you know, you want to get your fingers moving. So anyways, last chord, G7. So from here, your index is going to stay. It's going to be the biggest stretch of all of them. Okay. Now, your ring finger is going to go all the way to the bottom string, 3rd fret. Middle finger is going to go 5th string, 2nd fret. Okay. Here you really want to make sure you're curving over it, because it's going to feel like a big stretch. You're going to want to play flat. Make sure you're curving over. That way, all the string 4, 3, and 2 are ringing. You want to make sure that your fingers are not covering those strings. You don't want to hear this. You know, you really want to make sure you hear every single string. Okay, that's it. Now you just put it all together and you start practicing your right hand strumming. as you progress, you're gonna start seeing this all in many different types of songs, and you can start adding more to it. You can start adding the bass to it on the right hand, more advanced stuff, right? A little sloppy, but you get what I'm saying. All right, well, hope this helps. This is kind of the first lesson via YouTube. Once again, it's for my daughter Valentina. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video series.